Hey guys, and how's it going? Previously in the last video I was talking about how I wanted to start a series on John Deere tractors, specifically the 1 and 200 series, identifying what year you have and things to look for on them. And we were talking about the round fender and things to look for on the round fenders and how to identify them by year, by date, and also by features they had when it came to 3-bolt rims and headlights and 5-bolt rims and 4-speed transmissions and 3-speed transmissions. There is a fellow YouTuber out there, his username is MMRBeef. I will leave a link in the description to his videos. Go his channel on his videos on this. Go check him out. He recently did, this was a while ago, but he did a series on the round fenders. Everything you need to know about the John Deere round fenders when it came to the 1 and 200 series both. And he even pulled one apart and showed different things about it compared to the different 110s compared to the 112s and year and things they had in certain years. So go check him out. He knows more about that than I do. I do know quite a bit about the square fenders, though. I've only had one round fender, and this is the only round fender I've had. So go check him out. He goes further into it than I do. So I think last video we left off, where did we leave off at? I think we left off, we were talking about the PTO, and then that was about it. So let's go on ahead and we will pick back up on that topic and we will start getting into it. Okay, so in the previous video I was doing, we left off with, I was talking about going underneath the tractor and seeing everything where it is, how it works. I forgot to mention the mower decks. On the 112s, they had 2 pulleys on the PTO, the mule drive. Reason being, they had a 47-inch mower deck, and in order to run that 47-inch mower deck, it needed 2 belts coming down from the engine to this mule drive pulley. And then this right here, this mule drive pulley back here goes to the deck, and it would spin your mower deck. The 112s could do a 47-inch mower deck. The 110s with the 8-horse Kohler, they had a 38-inch mower deck, and all that one 10-horse Kohler was able to turn over apparently was a 38-inch mower deck. So that's why the 112s have 2 pulleys and why the 110s have 1 pulley, for those of you wondering. For the mower decks and how they mount, there's a couple things underneath the tractor. We'll put it up on the forklift and get under it. I got a couple of tractors sitting on the forklift right now, so let's go on ahead and get underneath of that and see how it works. So I'm getting ready to put the round fender up on the forklift, as you guys see. And one thing that I forgot about the round fenders to tell you guys yesterday is this hitch plate right here. This is actually how it looked on the newer round fenders. On the older round fenders, this didn't exist past here. It was just this plate right here. This hooks up to a sleeve hitch or something. And this was your hitch right here for pulling around a little lawn cart. Later on, they made an extension with this on it. You could bolt into these 2 bolt holes and it would hang off the back. You could pull your little wagon. Eventually, I think in 65 or 66, they added this on, this extension, which was nice. And I'm glad mine has that. Then right here is where your sleeve hitch lift linkage would come out of for your sleeve hitch or lift linkage or any of that. I'll put pictures. I found out I could put pictures off the internet in my videos, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So You'll see the correct headlights and tail light, and you'll also see the sleeve hitch. So, okay, let's go on ahead and get this guy up on the forklift, and I will tell you guys about underneath. Okay, underneath the round fender, let's go. This right here is your mule drive, right here. That's what your mower deck belt hooks up to, and it goes back to your mower deck and runs it. This is your steering thing right here, like I was talking about earlier the other day. This is what steers your tractor, and then here's these two. Here's these two joints that go out, or these two arms that go out to your steering axles. And the spring. This is not the factory spring, actually. This is just a spring I threw under there to put it there. And then there's a grease fitting right here for those of you who didn't know. This goes into your steering right here to help it steer better. Then right there's your steering box. This right here is your linkage. That is not the actual front linkage. That's just linkage I put in there. So ignore that. This here is your transmission. As you can see, this right here is your belt tensioner for the transmission. This is your variator right here. See that? Here's your tensioner spring. Here is, I think this one goes to your rear lift linkage if I'm correct. And if you have rear lift linkage, right here's where the pulley would hook up that goes out to the back. Right here's the brakes for the transmission. I actually need to adjust them. It appears I don't have brakes. This is a mower deck bracket right here. Here's one. It appears I only have one. I don't have the other. But this is a mower deck lift bracket right here. I think I do have the other one for it. I just got to dig around and find it. And I think that is about it when it comes to things to look for underneath of your round fender. There's a shot of the round fender right there. Let me go on ahead and bring it down, and I will tell you guys a little bit more about it. So in the earlier years of the round fender, they actually had different serial tags. The serial tag would say whether it was a 110 or a 112, and it would have the number off to the right. On the left, it would say 110/112. And then they changed it in a few years. Now it just says the type code, like how a square fender is. But they did change that. This right here is your variator plate. You take this off to adjust your variator. That's actually kind of rare. I made that one. That one's not factory. That's something just I threw together and made. And I think that is just about it for the round fenders. Again, go check out the other YouTube channel that I featured. They'll tell you guys a lot more about them than I will, than I am able to. So, okay, well, you guys got to see underneath the tractor. If you were to end up finding a round fender not running, restored, or not running, not restored, somewhere, I would say the value of them, for those of you wondering, is probably about maybe $200 or $300. Now, the value of the round fender goes up a lot more than it does for the square fenders or any other John Deere tractor, because they are the first lawnmower that John Deere made, riding lawnmower. That and the style of them is actually really cool. So I would say maybe $200 to $250, maybe $300 at most. Running and restored, or running but not restored, probably maybe $500 or $600. If it's all original, that might increase the value of it just a little bit. Running and restored, I would probably say that would cost about offer maybe I know they go for over 1,000 when they're restored. Same with the patios. So, yeah, there you go. I think that is about it. So, that's about what I would say they're worth. Of course, I would try to knock them down a little bit cheaper. But, okay, well, thank you guys for watching. Oh, the manual lift versus the hydraulic lift, that will increase the value of them a lot too. And factory headlights and taillights, that'll increase the value of them too. If I ever end up selling this round fender, these headlights and taillight would come off. I would not leave them on it because I have something else I can put those on. So, okay. Well, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys want to see me work on this round fender, I will put all the videos of working on it in this series too, probably on the round fender series. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video. Stay tuned. Next video will be on the 112 square fenders. Another thing about the John Deere round fenders 63 all the way up to 67 is they all had a tapered shaft for their spindle. It had a nut on the end of it. I think it was I'm not quite sure what size the nut was, but they had a tapered shaft here. This cover comes off and you'll see a nut underneath there. That's how you take the wheel off of the tractor for the front. On the back, the hubs are held on with either a locking nut or a snap ring. I prefer the locking bolt, but sometimes it's a snap ring, unfortunately. On the later ones, it was a snap ring. On the older ones, it was a locking bolt. So, okay. Another thing about the John Deere round fenders, the earlier round fenders, you were able to pull these off of them, these footwells. On the later round fenders, these are welded onto the frame and won't come off. As you can see, mine are welded on. This bolt right here goes to a guard underneath the tractor, and then this is welded on too. Same with the other side. So there's a couple of other things I forgot to mention about the round fenders. I did not know about this until I was told by a fellow YouTuber, a friend of mine on Facebook and also on YouTube. In 1963, they had the fiberglass fenders and they also had steel fenders, but then they couldn't do the steel fenders, so they did fiberglass. They did not do that very long. And I think that was the only thing on the round fenders that I missed. Oh, and also, the engine on the 110s, this one I knew, but it must have slipped my mind or something when I made the video. But in the 110s, the earlier 110s, you could get a 7-horse KT or K161 Kohler in them. The 181 was the bigger one. The 161 was the smaller one. That must have slipped my mind somehow. I'm not sure how it did, but I forgot I didn't mention that until I saw his comment and I thought, oh, I forgot to mention that. I did not know about the steel fenders though. That's something I never heard about before. So, okay, well, here's a quick little update video for you guys on some stuff I missed on the round fender. And this is my oil spill currently. I just put this here. This is where the patio was sitting. None of this was here from the patio. This is all from the round fender. So I think we've got a bad seal. You can see over here's where it was. This is going to be an alternate ending for the video on the round fender and also for the videos on the 68. The 2 videos on the round fender and 2 videos on the 68, because I forgot to mention this previously. 95% of you guys who watch my channel are not subscribed, so please consider hitting that subscribe button if you want to see more of this, because it tells YouTube that I do a good job and that more people should watch my videos. Also, leaving a like will help me out as well when it comes to that, because it'll help more people see my videos. And it also helps out other people who are looking for this type of stuff and trying to figure out how to work on their garden tractor, their older 100 series or 200 series, and they can't find videos on it. So that's another thing to keep in mind.